Hey Pisces, Starseeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Welcome to Low Light Tarot, because I'm having migraine issues. Thank you everyone. I can't make out the writing, so I'm just hearting everyone right now. But once my vision comes back, I will go through all the comments. So thank you so much for your support. Let's see. Which deck? I feel like I'm due for some new decks. I just need to switch some of them out. I have a bunch in the cupboard, but let's see. Oh, here, we'll use this deck. All right, so happy birthday. February 27th, Pisces. There is a Mercury retrograde happening now, so don't be surprised if things from your past come back for reevaluation or some kind of change. You probably have a feeling what, who it is, and just decide, how do you want it to go this time around? Because when things come back, it's like a second chance. And we can always be better. When you, when you know better, you do better. But the energy, it feels good. It's not anything to be like, oh no. It's just giving yourself some more time, especially if you're traveling. Just give yourself an extra hour cushion. Expect things to take time, okay? And if you have that mentality or mindset with these types of astrological things or any life thing, you're not as like stressed out or like wound up about it. You're just like, okay, I had a feeling it would be like this and I gave myself some time. All right, so actually, should we pull some oracle messages first? Let me find a deck that I can actually read. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll do, let's see if I can get it. This one. I think it's the Nymph Oracle, I think. That's the name of it. There's an N on it, so I think that's right. Okay. Let's get a message for Pisces. February 27th. Happy birthday. So it's your solar return, so it's your own personal New Year's. So you have a full charge of battery. Make the most of it. Make the most of it. Okay. So, what's coming out? Initiation. Ooh. So all this energy that you've been feeling, that's what this is. It's initiation. It's a level up. It's that hard exam that you ace, but it's not easy, right? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have creativity. So what are you working on, Pisces? A lot of us are artists or in some kind of creative field. So start to prepare, because there will be an uptick in popularity, in visibility for you, Pisces. And it's just, it's because you're yourself. And there's like this intrigue. Like people are like, wow, Pisces. So you could be in the public eye or have a big social media presence. Lots of recognition in that way. And it's all part of this internal initiation that you've been doing. It's no longer holding yourself back. If you look at this image, she's not wearing any clothes. So there's a freeness to that. An innocence to that. So you're recognized in that way. You know, even like, let's say you're like a model, or you work in that kind of field. It's like the way you can visualize set design, things like that. You'll be recognized for it. It's love through a prism. It's not what everyone expects. Like, I've been watching this anime show by that name, and it's about these young kids that are at this art academy. And there's this boy who is always the top of his class when they do the gallery work. And it's because whatever they're given as the assignment, he takes it to another level. Like, they had to do a painting of the sky. So everyone was like, okay, let me get my blue paint, my clouds and all that. But what he did was he painted the sky as a reflection in water and used all these other colors. And it's just the way you perceive your art or your creativity, that's what makes it special. And you might think, oh, well, it's nothing, and I'm having to practice because I don't know what I'm doing. But it's your vision, your ability to see in a different way. And that's really wonderful. And it's so interesting because the migraine thing, you can't see normally. It's weird. It's like these shadows, things are bright. So it's very much like that. So as awful as they feel, it's really interesting, just the perspective. So even though you may go through hard things, Pisces, they're letting you see the world in a different way that will allow you to initiate, to reach a higher level. Something in there. Like, I always think about like David Bowie and how he had one eye or one pupil that was always dilated. Is that right? Yeah, where the pupil's big, and one that wasn't. And I always wondered, what was his eyesight like? How did he see? And he lived in this very creative way. So again, it's seeing in a way that's different and magical and wonderful. So lean into that, Pisces. That is your superpower, because it is opposite or reflects in a different way. So we have the Nine of Swords. So there's some anxiety here. Again, that's what causes these migraines. But as you create through it, it works out. Like, even yesterday I was sketching and I can hardly see, but I'm like, I have this idea, let me sketch it out. And like looking at it, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So we'll see what comes of that. But we have the Hanged One. So surrender, change of perspective as well. This is someone that's hanging upside down. So even if, you're a writer or something like that, or you write music, speaking about David Bowie again, he'd write all these like words or lines, and then he'd cut them up and put them in different orders, and they're like, what? So be proud of this ability that you have to transmute anxiety into this freedom, into this intrigue. We have Capricorn energy here. So Capricorns, they're very interesting. Like, this is a sea goat, but any kind of goat, they're, those ones that are like on the cliff's edge. with their little, what is that, hoof, like barely on there, but they're not falling down. Like, what? Like, there's something precarious about the situation that you're in, but you can handle it. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, so swift moving energy, news coming in. We got the Seven of Wands, so look, we have the Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands, so it's a descending energy. So knowing that you're always protected, knowing that you know how to stand your ground. It's like whatever comes your way, you can handle it. And then we have the Lovers. Okay, so then it turned into a love situation, choices. What makes you feel loved? What is that like? At the bottom, we have the Moon. Again, we've got that full moon on the Pisces Virgo axis on March 3rd. And then we have Aries. Okay, fire sign, what do you want? Underneath that is, let's say, Seven of Swords. So a mistruth. All right. Some mistruths. There's only one truth. But everyone has their own version of truth because it's based on perspective. Okay. Let's see. Let's go through these signs since they're out. Let's see. Who's this Capricorn? What's this Capricorn energy? I'm just going to assume these are people outside of you, Pisces. Capricorn, who are you? What do you want? What are you here to offer? Stability? Resources? All those things Capricorns are good at? All right, Capricorn, flip up or flip out, please. We got the Ten of Cups here. So that feels really good. Harmonious. Family. We have, wow, the Virgo and Hermit. Okay. The Hermit is Virgo. And then the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Swords. And the Four of Wands. So this is some kind of betrayal in a relationship with the Ten of Swords, Four of Wands. But with the Ten of Cups here, it's like it was meant to happen. Like, because this situation, whatever it was, happened, there's this change and transformation. There's this inner work that happens. So either you're doing this inner work, or whoever betrayed you is doing this inner work, or you both are. It's like, if you want to come out of this cold, this like kind of crippling energy, you have to find that resolve within yourself to not let it keep affecting you. Okay, how can I be a better version of myself because of this situation? In the future, if I'm faced with something similar, how will I respond in a positive way? And because of this initiation, this internal change, you're not going to allow certain energies to cross your threshold anymore. You'll recognize it. Oh, that's a kind of person that does this, that makes me feel unstable. I do not have to entertain that. So it ends up helping you in the future. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups here too, and the High Priestess. So any new connection that comes to you, you're going to know. If this isn't stable, you're not going to go there. So Capricorn and Virgo, that's earth sign energy, very steady. And remember, those goats, they can be steady in very precarious places. So this is what you are learning. And then we have the Ten of Wands, so lots of tens. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. So tens are really a 1. These are all really aces. So anything that really was a burden to you, difficult, it's all finally transmuting, initiating into this new version. We've got Aquarius here too, and the Sun. So think of it from like that Aquarius perspective, that zoom way out, big picture. Like if you were to zoom so far out, would you even see this? Would this even matter? Okay. Interesting, interesting. All right, we've got the Star card. So this is about that internal healing to where you're unshakable, unbothered. I was on a group faith call last night where a friend invited me, and it's a community that I'm not a part of normally. Different demographic, all that. But I really enjoy the perspective because these women were talking about how in their upbringing, they've had to like fight. And there's a lot of hostility and like drama and like, oh, if you know, I'm gonna get you, that kind of energy. And I wasn't raised like that. But they were talking about how what they were working on from a faith perspective was to not let that type of drama come out. That fighting spirit of I'm gonna get you back, revenge or vengeful. That's what they said, vengeful. And there were several ladies that talked about that, where they're like, yeah, I want to see you get your karma. And they were hoping to like not be like that because it brought up some like, you know, anger and like weird feelings rather than peace. And now let's see, we're going to go to this Aries energy. Tell me about, let me get a different deck since we use quite a bit of cards. Aries. Aries, tell us about you. We've got the moon in Aries. I think that's in 2 months, I would say. Aries. Ooh, we got the 10 of Wands again. So a burden, something that's really heavy, weighing on your mind. Seven of Cups, lots of confusion. It's almost like you didn't know who this person really was. Yeah, there's a 7 of Swords. That sneaky energy. What I'm feeling, Pisces, is if you were in a situation where you felt duped, tricked, like someone just full-on lied, because we have the 7 of Swords twice, about who they were, like they were acting like they were a certain way when they really weren't. What's this? Knight of Cups, and you believe them. What's this Knight of Cups? Two of Swords, Eight of Cups. It's almost like they were wanting to humble you. They didn't want you to follow your heart. They wanted to block you. They wanted you to feel emotionally alone, emotionally dysregulated. Like maybe you had conversations with them where you're like, you know, these are the things that really make me happy. And they went out of their way not to do those things. And at first you didn't really see it as a big deal. But then now thinking back, you're like, wow, every little thing that I needed, that I asked for in a loving way, they didn't do it. Like they wanted you to suffer. Oh gosh. It's a Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what's then what? There are mean people out in the world, let me just say that. And they mask it. Yeah, Temperance. What's the Temperance card? Nine of Cups. Yeah, in this particular deck, this is about someone lying to gain your love, to get access to you. Because in this story, in this fable, the princess did not like men. And this man pretended to be a woman to get access to her. So pretend. And then what? When you find out, oh wait, hold on, you're not what I wanted, or who you said you were. Wow, a lot of conflict. You just be honest from the beginning. A little bit of like Aladdin. Remember, he was pretending to be a prince, but he really wasn't. All that glitters is not gold. Someone not paying attention to the beauty that's right in front of them, because it's not as shiny, but really has that mockingbird spirit, so beautiful that they could sing away death, sing away endings. Yeah, and because, wow, ew, gross. Ooh, this Aries is gross. That has to come to an end. No more lies. Is it too late though? Because the Lovers and the Moon were here. But again, in Aladdin, it worked out when he finally came clean. King of Wands. Hermit again, going inward. What have I done? Ooh, someone's getting some karma for their past. So, oh, and that was kind of like what the call was last night. There was one lady who said, yeah, I don't have to worry about what's going to happen to them. If anything, I pray for them if they're rude to me, because when the divine justice comes through, that's rough. And it's true. Like, you don't have to wish bad on anyone. You just keep going and living your life wonderfully. And if there was someone that was lying and duplicitous and just mean to you, combative, they're going through it right now. Even if they don't appear to be, like social media looks great, but internally, ooh. And you know what it feels like to suffer internally. Like, that's the worst. So if they're even going through like a sliver of what this is, that's hard. Like all of their lies are coming out, because it's not like they're just doing it to you. They do it to everyone. It's like a disease. So now everyone around them is figuring out, oh wow, who is this person? And pulling away. They're having to do some deep work, and it is painful. And that's probably why you were in their life. Because we all have to go through really hard things in different lifetimes. And you showed them a way to do it that was steady. That was step by step. But they chose not to do it. They brought it to a halt. They thought, oh, well, let Pisces do it for me. What happens when you leave? 8 of Wands. Yeah, here's Aries again. There's two of Wands. They chose to go back the other way. Wow, that's dumb. When you are faced with that, will you accept this challenge? You say yes. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Because if you go back, oh no. Like in a hero's journey, if the hero doesn't go on, you're stuck. All right, anything else for this group of Pisces? Again, thank you so much for all of your love and support. It feels nice to have a friendly community. That we love each other, we don't judge each other. What comes out, comes out. We receive things with an open heart and an open mind. It's beautiful. Because we really, there's so much that goes on internally that we don't know. And we, the more we're understanding to this, the more we can initiate all together at different levels, different speeds. So, this Aries is doing some stupid stuff. Hopefully next time around they won't. Or they'll just keep getting, hit in the face with karma. That's bad. It's all a choice. 6 of Swords. So with the Wheel of Fortune, let all these blessings that are coming your way, follow them. You had to get away from some situations or take some time. But with the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Swords, get your rest. Celebrate your life, your birth in some way that's meaningful for you. Protect your energy from those that want to just swoop in. What are you going to do? Oh, you want me? Yeah, because you're going to have the commitments that you want. The right commitments. And this is not just, romantic. This is work, this is friends, this is family. You make sure with this Empress energy that you receive as you need. Because you have this stability. You have these ancestors that are protecting you, that want you to be happy, that are showing you, okay, these are who are around you right now. Are you sure you really want that? And, focusing on those that do make you happy, that you can be yourself with. Even if it's just 3 people, it's worth it than a bunch of people that you can't trust or who are lie to your face. And these masks of all these people are falling. They have already fallen. I feel like that's already happened. So now you just keep moving forward, keep creating, keep being enthusiastic about life, and see who the universe brings in. Through this creative project, you'll meet others that are like you, that love what you do too, that see your vision and appreciate that. And that allows it to just grow, that Jupiter energy of expansion. If people are mean to you, you hide it. You have to be in the dark. But now it's like it starts to get brighter and brighter, and there's more love in your orbit because people are like, yay, Pisces, more of that. Okay? So you're on the right track. What does this one say? See the truth. Self-discovery, right? You're going through that kind of dark phase, but you're coming out. So Pisces, I'm really proud of you. This is a really beautiful reading. So whoever you've lost, there will be those that come that are just so in line with who you are now. You'll be so grateful for them, and they will be so grateful for you. So enjoy. All right, Pisces, happy birthday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll do, obviously, readings for everybody. So yeah, we'll see you soon. Okay, I love you. Take care.